Okay, folks, so in this video of the SMS Lead Network tutorials, we want to talk about how to get set up so you can start actually sending out some text blasts. Okay, but the important thing for you to understand is before you can send out any text messages, you have to set up an account with either Twilio, or you can also set up an account with our secondary vendor, which is in the back office of SMS Lead Network. I'm not going to get into that one right now because I don't use them, so I'm going to focus on Twilio. All right, so now for the sake of time, I am not going to show you exactly how to set up a Twilio account because that's taught inside the back office of SMS Lead Network. What I am going to do is share with you the importance of getting it set up and purchasing multiple phone numbers. Okay, now just to prove what I just said, here are the videos that show you how to set up your Twilio account inside the back office of SMS Lead Network. Okay, it's kind of redundant for me to make another video showing you how to create a Twilio account, mainly because if you're not going to join SMS Lead Network, a Twilio account won't do you any good unless you're a developer or a programmer, which 99% of you are not. Okay, so that's something you can learn once you get into the system. What I am going to do is stress the importance of you getting multiple phone numbers, because for every 200 messages that you plan to send on a daily basis, you should have a separate phone number. Okay, now if you want to send 1,000 messages a day, then you should have a minimum of 5 numbers. If you want to send 2,000, it would be 10 numbers. If you wanted to send 20,000 messages a day, then you would need 100 numbers. Okay, and you'd also have to keep in mind the funding for sending out that many messages. Obviously, it's only 1 penny per text, so you could send 10,000 messages per day for $100 a day if that's doable for you and your budget. But most people can't afford to do $100 a day in marketing. Um, so where can you start comfortably? A good starting place would be to send 500 messages a day. 500 messages a day would cost you $5 a day. That's $150 a month. I think that's fairly doable for most people who live in the United States and they have a job. Okay, $150 a month. All you have to do is rearrange some of your current uh, things that you like to invest in, cut out some of the things that you're doing that are a waste of money, like cigarettes, drinking, well, I don't want to necessarily say fast food, but you get my point. There's ways that you can rearrange how you spend your money in order to allocate more funds for your marketing, because your marketing is going to give you back a result that those other things will not do. Okay, so once you get your numbers, you decide how many messages you want to send out on a daily basis. You're going to fund your Twilio account with enough money to handle however many messages that it is that you intend to send. So let's say you only wanted to do 10,000 messages in the same day. That means you'd have to put a minimum of $100 in your Twilio account so that you can be charged the penny each for each 10,000 text messages that you send. Okay, next you're going to go over here to SMS broadcast. Once you've got all that set up, you want to send out your first message. The way to do this is to click on select a recipient type. Okay, are you going to send to every single contact you have in the system, or are you going to send to an individual group? Okay, in most cases it will be to an entire contact group. Okay, so let's click here, and we have some options here. Like right now, I could send to my capture page leads, but I'm fairly certain that the large majority of them did not enter a phone number. Most people don't when they go to a capture page. So what I will do is use some of my other leads that I have in the system. And what I could do is just, write out a little message. But better yet, what I will do is I will use a sample message inside of the SMS lead network for you. Okay, so I'll use a sample ad here. Okay, so let's go over here and grab a sample ad real fast. Let's see, how do I like this one? How would an extra 1K to 5K or more per week help you and your family? Step one, get this text marketing platform that you can resell for unlimited $100 bills. I like that. So let's go ahead and take it and go back to where we just came from and see how many characters it is first and foremost. Okay, so an entire contact group. This is to my list I added yesterday. And let's paste that in and see how many characters it is. It's way too many characters. So this is a sample ad, but it's not meant for a text message, obviously. So you would have to reconfigure this a little bit. Okay, so let's delete this entire second paragraph here. And now I have 86 characters left. How would you like an extra 1K to 5K or more a week? No. How would an extra 1K to 5K or more a week help you and your family? Okay. Then you could simply say, get info here. Okay, 68 characters left. And this is an instance where you would want to use a link shortener, okay? Because you want to maintain as many characters as possible. So I'm going to take my bit.ly link and I'm going to come back to the message section and I'm going to paste that in there like this. Okay. Now, also, when you are sending out text messages, you do not have to put the W's in there, and you also do not have to put the HTTP in there in order for the link to be active when it reaches the person's cell phone. Okay, so that will save you a little bit of space inside of your message as well. Okay, now you can choose a date and time to send, or you can just send immediately. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to send this text message out immediately. So I'm going to click O. And you also want to determine which particular phone number you want to send from, or do you want to rotate between your numbers. This is what you will do in most cases. So now that I have determined I'd like to send my message out right now, I'd also like to rotate between the numbers that I have in the system. I can also use one of the dynamic codes below here to use one of my contacts' first name. Okay, so let's say I wanted that person's name in the text. I could paste that code right here like that, put a little space in it, and now their name is in the text, and I still had 35 characters to spare. So I know that no matter what length their name is, that this text message will go through and everything will look correct. And I almost forgot to put the most important part that belongs in every outgoing text message: reply stop. I don't like to put it in, some people put it in all caps to end. And that's just kind of like a clarification tool, but I think it might encourage more people to reply stop when it's in all caps. So I'll just put it the regular way. Okay. So, you know what? Since a lot of people don't know how to follow directions, I will leave it in all caps. Okay. So now I still had 15 characters to spare and I'm ready to send. So I'm going to click on send messages. Okay. Now what that's going to do is it's going to add all of these contacts to a queue. And what that means is they'll be queued up and prepared to send in the order that they were on your contact list, and the messages will get sent out. Okay, if it's a certain time of day, the messages will not send. Okay, so that's also in your favor, because the last platform I used to use, sometimes I'd load a large list of leads and I would forget that I sent them out late at night, and I'd be sending people text messages at 1 and 2 in the morning. Okay, so you can see here now they're all queued up, and as they begin to send, you can see in the SMS history, oops, as they begin to send, you will be able to see which ones were sent successfully. Okay, now these are going to take a couple minutes for them to actually start populating and showing you which ones were sent and which ones were not. So hopefully this video was helpful, for all of you who are looking into this and you're ready to get started. All you have to do is click on the link that's below in the description below this video. Or if you'd like to go and take a look at my website right now and you want the website is sms.partnerwithdell.com. Again, that's sms.partnerwithdell.com. I'll see you guys on the next video, and in that video I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit more about uh, coming up with pre-written messages and just different things to make your texting stand out from what everybody else is doing. Okay, so I will talk to you guys in the next video.